Hey kiddos, it's Mrs. Gershon here. This week we're going to continue our suffix work, which are endings that are added onto base words. This week we're working with ness, full, and less. Underneath each of the base words, I have typed a little meaning for each one. So ness gets added onto a base word when the base word's a describing word, and then it actually kind of becomes a thing. So we'll talk about that a little bit. And then full means full of, but notice when we're adding full onto the end of the word, we're only adding one L. And then less added onto a base word means without. We also have this combination of suffixes as one of our headers as well. So you'll see two of these combined onto a base word to add a different meaning. So let's go ahead and read through our words. We have darkness, carelessness, thoughtful, thankfulness, helplessness, harmless, peacefulness, happiness, graceful, goodness, faithful, painful, illness, worthless, penniless, plentiful, homeless, colorful, hopeless, weakness, restless, kindness, fearful, dreadful. Again, if there's any words that you're unsure of the meaning of the words, you can go ahead and ask a teacher at any time. So let's pick some colors for our headers, and then we'll take a peek at some of those words. All right, let's look at our bold words here. In our first word, we have darkness. So here's our base word, dark. We're adding ness onto it. So it's changing from just describing something as dark, like going into the darkness. It's almost like a thing now. You're going into a thing. So darkness would be your NESS. Again, your sorting this week is probably not going to be difficult because of the fact that you can easily identify those suffixes that are on the end. And then we have the word graceful, our base word being grace, and graceful meaning you're full of something, full of grace. Then we have homeless. Our base word is home. We're adding the less on, meaning without a home. Now you have this example here, carelessness. Our base word is care, and you're adding two suffixes to the end, less and ness. Now, something that we want to pay attention to with the spelling. If our base word ends in a consonant or an E, you can just go ahead and add on the suffix. So for instance, let me switch over to highlighter here. In darkness, our K is a consonant, so we can just add ness on. We don't have to change anything with the spelling of the word. Same with graceful. We're ending with an E, so we can go ahead and just put full on the end. But if your base word ends with a Y, such as in the word happy down here, if it ends in a Y, the base word is happy, we have to make sure that we are dropping, excuse me, let me just erase this so I can get my pencil here. We have to remember that we have to drop the Y and add an I in order to add the suffix. So happy is H-A-P-P-Y. We can't keep the Y there, so we're changing the Y to an I, H-E-P-P-I-N-E-S-S. This is only when the base word ends with a Y. We have another word, a couple words like that. I'll show you one more. We have the word penniless, meaning without pennies. So we're changing that Y to an I because our base word ends in Y. So when you're practicing spelling these words, you might want to find on your list all the base words that end in Y. That will help you remember to put the I with the suffix. All right, kiddos, it's time to go ahead and choose our colors, and happy sorting.